a really compelling matchup that has a throwback feel to the era when running backs dominated. One of the best matchups all season long between two elite runners colliding here today. Welcome to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the one and only Autzen Stadium. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get this thing going. Notre Dame will kick it off to get us underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Whittington. He's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. The Ducks offense comes on the field first today. We got a real treat today. We're going to see a matchup between a high-powered offense that's been almost impossible to stop against a defense that's been shutting people down, Kirk. This should be fun.
Well, this is what really you hope for in a game of this magnitude is good versus good. And that's what we have, as you said, Chris. Outstanding offense, been producing all year, and this defense has been taking no prisoners, just dominant. Something's got to give today. They're just trying to establish the run. There's not much there, but give credit to that defensive line and those linebackers attacking the line of scrimmage to negate any chance at all.
Here's the second down play. Looking to throw. It's Moore. Caught behind the line. It's Hughes. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
Well, they don't pick up the first down here, but if you can use the quick passing game to stay ahead of the chains, it definitely helps your offense. And if that defense starts to creep up to take that away, that's when you can take a shot downfield.
Early adversity here. They face a third down in the opening possession. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Moore. And the gain just good enough for a first down.
So we got the opening drive. We got a big third down. Why not go with that quick slant? It works. It typically does work. And it's a first down.
And the Ducks will have 1st and 10 here. Off the play fake. Looking to throw. Pass rush closing in. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
It went backwards on first down, so 2nd and long from the 24. Grab behind the line. It's Garcia. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
A tough situation for the offense. 3rd and long from their 25. Let's see if the defense brings some heat here. Dropping back. Looking to throw for the first down. Finds his man. It's Garcia. Tackle made at the 41. That's a nice gain, getting closer to midfield.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big third down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving the quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. Now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
They keep him off balance with a run. Solid run. Tackled at the 45-yard line.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Here's the toss play now, running left. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
They come up 3rd and short. This is the 8th play of the drive. Takes the handoff. It's Hughes. And he stopped very close to the marker. Looks like it's going to be 4th down and inches. The Ducks will line up to kick it away. Hunter comes out for the first time today, looking to pin him back. And this punt heads toward the sideline. Doesn't travel very far. So Notre Dame's offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. And Kirk, this is going to be fun. One of the best edge matchups we're going to see all season long. Elite wide receiver, elite corner, both competitive guys ready to go at each other.
And you know this corner, we had a chance to visit with him this week. He wants to be on an island against one of the best receivers in the country. And he's going to get that chance today to have a chance to showcase that he, in fact, is the top corner in college football.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. Here's a quick throw off the play fake. They make the stop at the 34, but suddenly this offense is in scoring position now. 1st down.
Great execution on the RPO. Quarterback does a nice job as he's putting the ball into the belly of the back, making sure to read his key. This defense was determined. They came up to stop the run. Quarterback saw it, pulled it out, hit the quick slant right behind it for some great yards.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Tried to bounce it, but couldn't get the cortical. Stop him for a loss.
Chris, this is what I love to see from the defense. As the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Looking for a gap. It's low. Only gets a couple of yards there. It'll bring up 4th down. So looks like they'll bring the field goal unit onto the field. This will be a 50-yard attempt. See if he's got the leg. And he's made it from 50 yards out, showing off the deep range. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. He'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. Back to pass. It's Moore. Quick throw complete to the tight end. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion. Second down after that short completion. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
Good pressure here by this defense, but it felt like the quarterback held on to the ball a little bit too long to come up with that sack for the D.
So, Kirk, as we hit the quarter break here, Notre Dame has the lead. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. They flipped into the field. field. We're ready now for the second period. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Out of the gun now on third down. Quick throw to the left side. Oh, he makes the catch. He runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
This is what's so dangerous about this offense, Chris. They have the ability to put the ball in the air downfield and really stretch those safeties back. This time they hit it for a big gain.
The Ducks begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Ball handed off. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Things just appeared to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front 7 of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
Didn't expect to lose 4 on the first down run. Set up now 2nd and 14. Looking to pass. It's Moore. Wide open downfield. They make the stop, but it's a big gain down to the 29.
Hey, a first down here by this Oregon offense. Nice to see the quarterback and receiver in sync and very efficient. Something that Oregon really prides itself on. As much as you want to think about that quarterback with the ability to run, remember, they can hurt you with their arm as well.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Nowhere to run on that play. It got him in the backfield. That's a loss of a yard.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
The first real speed bump of this impressive drive. Offense comes up now 2nd and 11. Quick throw caught on the left side. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
Boy, these receiver screens, if run correctly, can be a big play with a convoy of linemen out in front. This time, just not able to get it going, and it's a nice job of the defense to prevent a big play.
And the quarterback keeps it here. Stopped right there at the line. No gain. No gain there. This defense has been getting sliced up on the drive, but they push back that time, Kirk.
Yeah, kind of a bend but don't break mentality by this defense. They have been giving up some big chunks here on this drive, but let's see if a stop like this can give them a little bit of confidence here. Now try to pressure the quarterback on these upcoming plays.
And he's got it from 49 yards out. What a powerful kick. After the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Stout defense there. It's a 3-yard loss on that run.
Boy, nice job by this defense being able to diagnose the counter play. You know, when you run that counter, you're hoping the illusion of the offense going one way and then coming back the other, that the defense buys into it. But they didn't buy it at all here, and they come up with a nice loss.
Dropping back, it's Carr. Swarm with a pass rush, a sack.
This is why this guy's considered one of the top defensive ends in the entire country. He came in off the edge so quickly there. Look out, because that's exactly what was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. They got him again. He's like a statue back there.
Now they put that nickel defense, and I think that's the right call. You get more speed to be able to cover with those 5 defensive backs. It also allows that defensive line with that good coverage to get after the quarterback, as we see here.
way onto the field. He's on to boot it away now. And he's able to get the boot away. And it's taken at the 45. Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain on the return. And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. Remember, it was a field goal in the last possession. Let's see what they can come up with this time. Looking to set up a screen pass here. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
Screen plays are risky because the defense can get to the quarterback and it also can be covered. Many times, the quarterback just throws it away. Here they get some positive yards.
And completion makes it 2nd and short. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Garcia. The tackle made, but the sophomore quarterback showing us the arm strength. Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Play action here on first down. Took contact on the throw. That's going to be incomplete. A first down drop here in the middle of the field.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
2nd down after that previous play. Looking for some space. It's Hughes.
Chris, I know it's not a huge gain. You didn't pick up the first down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down after a gain. Looks like they'll spot it inches short of a first down. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. They need less than a yard for a first down. They'll go for it on 4th. Handoff here from the shotgun. The Ducks looking to keep this drive rolling. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. And here's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
3rd down coming up.
Eighth play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To the air. It's Moore. The receiver grabs it. So on 4th down now, out comes the field goal unit. And that one's straight down the middle. Settled for 3 here, and now the kickoff. See if the opposing offense can answer before halftime. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. And on the carry, he's heading left. Breaks free. First down, looking for more now. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And he's got it again. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman. Second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback dropping back. And that's incomplete. Just 8 seconds remaining now.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Looking to throw. It's Carr. Running back has it on the screen now.
Chris, one of the things I love about this running back, it's not just this defense trying to defend him running the football. As you can see here early in this game, trying to get him involved in the passing game. Great call.
One more play before they head to the locker room. Needs a completion here on fourth down. Looking deep down the right side. And the pass falls incomplete. No time left on the first half clock. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to start the second half.
And the Ducks will kick this away to start the second half. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground. The defense all over him. They stop him right at the line.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Nowhere to run up the middle.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Scanning the field. It's Carr. Makes the catch. It's Pollard. The defense will wrap him up after a 7-yard gain. It'll bring up fourth down.
Great job by the defender coming up with that tackle that'll keep him short of the first down. I think the quarterback thought his receiver could win any one-on-one battle, but this defender makes a heck of a play, and now we got fourth down.
And they'll kick it away here. The fair catch made at the 30-yard line. Here's the first play of the drive. They're set up at the 31. They start the drive with a quick throw to the left side. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
Well, sometimes these wide receiver screens, the quarterback simply needs to play the numbers game to the outside, and he can avoid these negative plays in the future. Pretty much that simple.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. QB decides to keep it here. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Well, if there's a silver lining for the defense, at least this quarterback didn't get out and gash him for a first down. But now they've got options coming up here. I wouldn't be surprised to see if they go back to him again.
Okay, it's third down after that run. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Hughes. And he's tackled just short of that first down marker. Good job by the defense.
Great job by this defense of tackling in space. They are going to keep him short of the first down marker. And a big decision for this head coach on whether or not to go for it or punt it away.
The Ducks will have to punt this one away. Looking to kick it away for the second time. And here's the fair catch by the return man. Here's the first play of the drive. They'll set up from the 13. Dropping back. It's Carr. They pressure him and get him. The loss back to the 7-yard line.
Chris, that's on the offensive line right there. They definitely have to be feeling responsible because it's almost like you didn't protect your little brother back there.
This crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Trapped again in the pocket.
Well, Chris, after another sack, these guys are going to be facing another third down and long situation. It seems like that's been the theme in this football game. They cannot stay on schedule offensively, making it very easy for the defense to get after the quarterback when you know he's in a must-throw situation.
So here comes third and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Third and long, he'll try to pass it again from his own end zone. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up fourth down.
Chris, I love this throw downfield. He takes a shot. I thought he had a big completion, but instead the defender makes one heck of a play to be able to knock that ball away for the incompletion.
And the punt team now on to kick it away. Just able to get it away. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. So first play of the drive coming here. They'll start at their own 49. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They stop him after a 6-yard gain. So second and 4.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Second down play coming up. Offense will keep it on the ground here. And he steps out of bounds, but a solid gain there on the ground.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
The offense will set up on 1st and 10. That's reeled in. It's Casper. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Wrap down the middle. It's Garcia. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Good completion here by the offense. Good timing between the quarterback and his slot receiver. But I really like how this defense, sitting back in zone, is able to get to the football and not allow any yards after the catch.
The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Grab behind the line. It's Moore. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. The Ducks looking to cash in this red zone trip. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss on the play.
How about the timing here by the defense to shoot that gap? As an offensive lineman, you have to anticipate that, close that gap off. Otherwise, it could be a long day.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Caught by the receiver. The tackle is made. The offense is now set up with a first and goal from the 8.
Boy, this guy is having some kind of day. That's another catch for him. And this time out of the slot, he picks up the first down.
And the Ducks will line up now. It's first and goal. Scanning the field. It's Moore. Makes a quick catch. Tackled after the catch, but the ball moves to the 4-yard line. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Second and goal for the offense. Keeping it on the ground here. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
Well, you lose the battle at the line of scrimmage here on second down to bring up this third down. Now, as a play caller, you really got to be thinking about pass pro and giving this quarterback a chance to throw the football to get this into the end zone.
So, Kirk, as we break for the quarter, Oregon has the lead here. We've reached the end of 3. Time is running out to cut into the lead. Let's take a look at the game sets before we move on. We're set now for the fourth quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? An exciting start to the quarter here as the offense facing a third and goal. And they're trying to punch it in here. They've got him in the backfield. Nowhere to go. A 2-yard loss.
I'll tell you what, considering they've been out there for a long time on this drive, they sure showed a lot of endurance there, coming up with a big stop. And now it's fourth and goal. And as an offensive coordinator and head coach, with this kind of drive, it just seems like you'd be missing something by not coming away with a touchdown.
Knocks that one right down the middle.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. Return starts from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Catch made on the right side. Tackle made. Spot the ball at the 31.
It's really good timing here between the quarterback and the receiver. And how about the receiver downfield? Does a nice job of finding that open space in the zone of the defense. And as a defense, you're just basically throwing your hands up in the air because they had that covered relatively well. Just a good play call and good execution.
Dropping back, it's Carr. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
Man, it has been a rough night for this poor offensive line, and it's only getting worse. That's 5 sacks they've now given up so far in this game alone.
After a first down loss, it's second and long from their 25. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. And he drops it. Can you believe it?
You know, this is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
Offense facing a third and long from the 25. What's the call going to be? Out of the gun now on third down. Running out of time in the pocket. Able to get the ball back, but it could still be a drive killer.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks, when they decide to pull the ball down and run, they've got to protect it. He left it out away from his body exposed, and it got knocked away. He's very fortunate he had a teammate who was able to get on top of it.
They bring the punter onto the field now. And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. Here comes the first play of the drive now from the 44. And looking to throw now on first down. Nice grab. It's Hughes. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Now it's 2nd down here. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Bites off a defender. Good enough for first down yardage.
That's going to be a first down, and really, Chris, kind of surprised here in the fourth quarter not to see this defense dial up some pressure. They're just sitting back in the base, making it relatively easy for the offense to pick up a first down on the ground.
First down and 10 now. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. It's a quick grab. And it'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Man, the defense was all over that play. Just left him almost no room to work after catching the ball.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Back to pass. It's Moore. Pump over the middle. It's Johnson. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. Here we go. Crucial play coming up. It's 3rd down and 3. Out left, complete. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
Good job here by the defense on 3rd down. Forget about throwing downfield. They go short, and they make them pay for it with a loss of yardage.
And he's throwing for it on 4th down. This football incomplete and a turnover on downs. And there's the handoff. Breaks loose at the 45. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
That's a strong run. Keeps the drive going. First down now. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Looking for some space. It's low. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. The final 2 minutes here. This defense trying to hang on. The offense trying to make a play to win it. Here we go. Trailing late in the game here. Serious urgency for this offense right now. And they pick up the first on the ground. Breaks into the clear. Now here he goes. Motors all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
What a job by this offense. They worked the ball down the field into the end zone to tie this game up. And with under 2 minutes to go, they're an extra point away from taking the lead.
And they'll set up for the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They've got a 1-point lead with time winding down. It's up to the defense now.
Notre Dame, 10-9.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Fields it just outside the goal line. The returner is brought down. Gets a start on the next drive. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. On first down, it's play action. Pulls it in. It's low. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
You know, it's a nice completion, but it's kind of another short gain. The defense is keeping everything in front. I think the offense coordinator's got to find a way to take some vertical shots to get some chunk plays.
Tight game. Final 2 minutes. Can the offense make a play here? And they desperately need it. Grab down the middle. It's Casper. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve as much clock as possible. A handoff from the shotgun. They test the middle there, but get nothing. They'll get set, needing to score quickly now, looking for some big plays right here. To the air, it's Moore. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Well, this is it. Late in the game, really tight situation. This is what separates a good quarterback from a great quarterback. Can he come up with the play to keep this drive alive?
Offense needs points quickly here, trying to dial up some explosive plays. Let's see what they've got called. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down, looking for his big tight end. Incomplete for a 3rd straight play. And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Here we are late in a 1-score game, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. Crucial play here. They go to the air. Taking a deep shot here late in the game. And the pass is incomplete. A crucial misfire here late in the game, and the ball will turn over on downs. And the quarterback just takes a knee. Oh, when you're a team that comes in, Kirk, with great expectations, big goals at the end, you're going to get tested. They were tested here today by another ranked team. I was impressed how they responded.
Chris, there's no doubt about it. I think the thing that really stood out to me is the way they played for 4 quarters, just dominating football. And this is a team that's had to deal with being kind of the hunted, the team that knows that every single week teams want to bring them down. They took on a very talented team today and just dominated.
And that is going to do it. We enjoy being here. For Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.